So just to get started, Ashley, do you want to say anything more to introduce yourself before I go through a couple questions that I have for you?
Yeah, so I guess I'll just introduce myself. My name is Ashley Jones, as Holly already shared. I work on our enrollment management team at Wake Forest University on our school with our School of Business, and I work specifically with our partnership affairs. So one of our partners is the amazing Ron Brown Scholars Program, and we're so excited that we're able to partner with such an amazing organization that provides support to students like yourself, Jada, who are scholars at some of the top universities around the country. So that's me. I've been with Wake for about 2.5 years. I'm actually in graduate school right now. I'm actually obtaining my MBA from Wake Forest. And so I kind of have the insight of being on the enrollment team, but then also as you begin to progress through kind of applying to graduate school, I'm not too far along from that. So I can talk to both sides of the spectrum. So
Okay, great. Well, I wish you luck with getting your MBA. I'm sure that's not easy. But
no.
just to get us started, I would just like to ask, so why does Wake Forest partner with Ron Brown?
Yeah, so the partnership started in 2014. And so way before my time, but it was basically kind of a shared commitment to promote and support opportunities for the scholars. For them to go to graduate school, but then ultimately for them to learn more about the School of Business and the opportunities that the School of Business has to offer. And so back in 2014, we just had two programs. We had a full-time MBA, we had the Master of Arts in Management, and then the Master of Science in Accountancy program. And so now we actually have even more programs. We have an analytics program, we still have the accounting program, and now we have a Master of Science in Management, which brings in its own little details and additions to what we had previously. But as I already shared, Ron Brown Scholars in the program, the students really embody what we're looking for in students to enroll into the Wake Forest graduate studies programs. And so having this relationship is just ideal for us to work with the Ron Brown Scholars, but then also for us to provide you all with opportunities. So.
Right. So you started talking a little bit about all the programs that you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be able to provide us with an overview of the MS in Management Corporate Fellowship Program specifically?
Yes. So the Master of Science in Management program and then the Corporate Fellowship are two different things. So I'll talk about them each. So the Master of Science in Management program is a 10-month program specifically designed for non-business majors who want to excel in today's business environment. And so the program really builds on the skills and knowledge that you've already gained in your undergraduate studies and really just prepares you for a broad range of careers. The Corporate Fellowship program is really a scholarship opportunity. It's an award, and it's for high performing students who possess kind of a drive to really want to excel inside and then also outside of the classroom. And so the Corporate Fellowship is a fully funded master's experience. It provides a stipend to help cover living expenses and then also personal mentorship from a corporate fellow. So we have the Master of Science in Management program and then the Corporate Fellowship. In order for you to be able to apply for the Corporate Fellowship, you have to be eligible for the Master of Science in Management program. So those are they kind of work together.
Okay, great. Thank you for making that clarification.
Yeah.
So you have to be eligible for the MS in Management program.
Yes.
So who is the ideal candidate or a strong fit for that program?
Yes. So as I shared before, a non-business major. So business minors can apply to the program, but someone who majors in the sciences, liberal arts, we have dance majors, economics majors, but really just overall applicants who exhibit kind of strong leadership potential and individuals that want to get that kind of business acumen, we're able to build onto those skills. Because I feel that a lot of students that come from like liberal arts backgrounds or sciences backgrounds, they are going into those majors because that's a passion of theirs. So say a history major, it's a passion of theirs, but they ultimately see themselves going into corporate America. And this program can take all the skills that you received from kind of your history background and really kind of build onto those essential skills, and to help prepare you for the corporate world.
Right. That sounds like a great program for somebody like myself who was not a business major, but
Yes.
would like to do something with business. But
Mhm.
could you provide like an overview of like the application process or like
Mhm.
any tips that you might have for putting together a strong application process for some of our scholars who might be interested?
Yes. So for the Master of Science, and I'll talk about both again. So the Master of Science in Management program, being a strong applicant looks like, academically excelling in the classroom, being involved outside of the classroom, excelling in that, being able to talk about why it is that you want to get into the business realm. For the Master Science and Management program, typically students who have a 3.0 or above excel well in our program because it gives you an idea of a lot of different backgrounds. So sometimes our students are just learning accounting, just learning applied economics. There's a portion where you actually work with the live client, so you serve as a consultant while you're in the program. And so being able to excel in the classroom is really beneficial. Now, for our corporate fellowship, as I shared before, the applicants exhibit really strong leadership potential, academic excellence, and then a commitment to kind of their community. Some of the key attributes that we look for when we are awarding corporate fellows is academic excellence, cultural and social awareness, leadership, being moral and ethical. So really just an all around great student who is willing to give back to their community. Because with the corporate fellowship, you are giving back to kind of the university and to yourself because you're learning, but then also you're learning from the corporate fellows who have gone through the program, and so you're also assisting with that. You're giving back to your classmates, you're working in teams, so all of those different things will make you kind of a strong fit for the fellowship and then also for the program as well.
Right. So you're saying that it sounds like there's a lot of learning opportunities in both of
Yes,
these programs. Um,
absolutely.
so how do the skills that you learn in both the MS in management and the corporate fellowship
Mhm.
program, if you go to that next step, translate into work environments and entering a business world for some of us, who didn't have that experience in undergrad?
Yeah. So with the Master of Science in Management program, which is the program that you'll go into, and being a corporate fellow is just kind of that added scholarship or award. But basically, in the program, you learn industry analysis, industry benchmarking, you learn financial statement analysis, market segmentation, survey designing skills, Excel, a lot of Excel, project management, and then just a wide range of different skills that will help you when you go to interview and then also begin to progress within your career. So our students go into consulting, they go into marketing, they go into sales, healthcare. So just a wide range of different realms our students are going to go into. And the skills are very beneficial and they kind of translate well in any workplace environment that you choose to go into.
Right. That sounds very broadly beneficial.
Yes.
Um, so what distinguishes Wake Forest's MS in management program from other sorts of programs?
Yeah, so the Master of Science in Management program, honestly, being that it is for non-business majors, really is a benefit to a lot of students. As you said earlier in the call, you are a non-business major, but you want to go into business. And I think a lot of students like yourself really want to get into business. And so the skills and the knowledge that you're going to learn in this program will just help you to excel. I always tell this story. So one of our fellows, several years ago, I have conversations with her, and she always tells me how she wanted to work in a consulting role at Deloitte. She applied right out of undergrad, did not get it. She then applied for our program. She probably applied like in the fall of her senior year, did not obtain the internship or the full-time offer with Deloitte, was given the opportunity to become a fellow and do our Master of Science in Management program. She then applied while she was in our program, got some additional interview skills worked with our market readiness and employment team, prepared herself, talked about the graduate consulting project that she did while she was in the program, got the job. So we really just kind of build on to things that you already have and just make you an even more attractive candidate when you go to enter into the workforce.
Right. So you just started talking about this former fellow who ended up working at Deloitte.
Yeah.
I hope she's enjoying it there if she is still
Yes.
there. What are some of your other fellows doing now?
Yeah. So, as I shared already, with the corporate fellowship, we actually have mentors. And so, you really get to connect with those mentors while you're in the corporate fellowship. And then also, while you're in the program, there are tons of opportunities for you really to connect with the Wake Forest Alumni Network, which is absolutely huge. And so, just kind of an idea, a lot of our students go to work in consulting at Deloitte. To the class of 2019, they were actually Ron Brown scholars, both of them. They actually went to work in Deloitte in consulting. One went to, I believe, San Francisco, and the other went to DC. So consulting is really big for us. We have individuals that go into partnership development, communications consulting. We actually have a fellow who is one of our mentors who is an assistant city manager who actually just got promoted to work in the city of Raleigh, North Carolina. So we have a wide range of different alumni and different like careers that students can go into. This program, like I said, it really builds on the skills that you already have. So if you are a political science major and you see yourself going into the political world, getting a Master of Science in Management is really going to give you those business skills you need to really make yourself marketable.
Right. That's really helpful because I am also a political science major.
Yeah,
So I'm taking all these mental notes. So if a candidate is admitted to the MS program, the MS in Management program, right, but they don't receive the fellowship or the scholarship, are there other opportunities or options to finance the degree?
Absolutely, absolutely. So every student that applies and is admitted to the program is considered for scholarship based on need or merit base. So on the application, there is a section where we have you fill out your financial needs. So we actually know while we're assessing your application what it is that you need. We know have your academic background, and so we will put together a strong scholarship for you if academically you do meet those standards. And so a lot of our students come in and receive scholarship because everyone is considered for those scholarships.
Okay, great. Well, those are all the questions that I had for you, but I'd like to give you an opportunity to share anything that I didn't touch on or that you think is really important, or any final notes that you'd like to give us all, because it does sound like a really, really great program.
Good. Well, yes. So the application, just so you all know, the application for the Master of Science in Management program opens in early August, and then it closes early June for the Master of Science in Management program. The corporate fellowship application opens in September and it closes early March. So being one of those students who applies early is great because you get those opportunities for scholarships, considerations. But like I said, everyone is considered for a scholarship regardless of what time you apply. But if you are interested in the corporate fellowship, which is one of our most competitive scholarship opportunities, you definitely want to apply early.
Great. Well, this is Holly jumping in here. I want to say thanks to Jada and to Ashley for the interview and for that great information. I'm actually going to stop recording now and give